right, so this is me, Inky Landry, and whoops, hopefully you see the, there we go. That's what I really look like when I get to the beauty parlor or hairdresser or whatever you want to call it. And there's Sandy Schwartz. Sandy, you want to?
Hi, everyone.
All right, we're at capacity. So if somebody tries to come in, I'm sorry. So this is Inky Landry, and I'm Instructional Technology Coordinator, and Sandy Schwartz is Instructional Technology Trainer. Are you muted?
I was about to talk, but you did it for me. I was just going to say that I'm an instructional technology trainer for the district and starting my 27th year.
Oh yeah, I'm starting my 22nd year in St. Tammany Parish, and I've been in the classroom in St. Tammany Parish and other school systems for 19 years, and then I've been a technology coordinator for 20-something years. So, and I've been working with computers for 40 years, so that's how old I am. So I've seen a lot of things happen in the course of my career. So instead of doing a presentation, like slideshow start on the website. Hopefully you'll have all signed in with your name and where you work. You have given a temporary. The name is lowercase new teacher, and the password is new teacher, but notice the abbreviation, capital NEW, capital TCHR 2020. This is going to allow you to log into a computer and to log into Moodle until you get your regular credentials. When you're getting your regular credentials, we were told that it was at the beginning of the school year. So hopefully the first day of school, they'll be ready for you. We work, like I mentioned before, in the instructional technology department, the department that controls your credentials and to make sure our computers are working, the network's working, and everything else is the information technology department. And they are going to determine when you get your credentials, because they have to do a lot of things on the back end to make everything work correctly. Today, we're going to be talking about accessing to our St. Tammany Parish website. We're going to show you how to locate instructional resources, professional development resources, and other teacher resources in Moodle. And then we're going to take a quick look at the Google Classroom platform. Everybody in St. Tammany Parish who's an employee will get a Google account to log into St. Tammany Parish Google resources. Here's our agenda, and kind of like what I talked about before, and we're going to be talking about the specific places on our district website, specific places in Moodle, and like I mentioned, we're going to take a quick look in Google Classroom, and we're going to briefly talk about the professional development resources for Google Classroom as well as for digital citizenship. On the school board website, here's the places that I'm going to be showing you. So I'm going to swap sharing my screen with PowerPoint, and I'm going to share my, wait, that's not it. I hope that's it. Yes. So y'all see Zoom right now? And now do y'all see St. Tammany Parish website? Yay. Okay. So at the top of St. Tammany Parish website, and you notice the pages look a little different as we go through the different pages, and that's because they're doing a little screen or facelift, so to speak, on the school board website. But on the main website, you see home, about us, you get information about all the schools, so you can click on any school and get information about that particular school, when it starts, principal, and so forth. Information about the school board, any current news, and specifically on early childhood. So those are your links across the top. Here you have links for parents, students, and employees. We'll start with employees, which is the staff. So on the left, you have a direct link to Moodle, and I'm gonna go to Moodle in a minute. You have a link to the school board calendar. You have a link to all kind of other stuff. On the right-hand side, you have a link to Safe Schools training. Every year, I think it's a law, but whatever, we are required to go through safe school training. It's done at your own pace. They give you links, you watch some videos, read some stuff, answer some questions, and then you get a certificate for the different pieces and parts of the safe school training. I think we have until October or November to complete it right now. You'll get more information about that, I'm sure, at your school. We also have a STAR program, St. Tammany, I don't know, something, whatever it stands for. But what it is uh, our school board has cooperated and linked with businesses around St. Tammany Parish and convinced the businesses around our parish to give employees of St. Tammany Parish discounts for different services. For example, if you go to Cafe Rainey, you get a free drink. If you go to Dashula House, a little gift shop, you get a 10% discount. If you go to George's Mexican restaurant, you get a free queso. So, and there's more than just food and drink. There's gift shops, there's lawyers, there's automobile repair, there's all kind of information on that link and on the website, and it's categorized by category of the different services. You can also get an app on your phone for that. Also on the staff, you have a link to professional development. And when you go to professional development, I think y'all familiar with Go Sign Me Up because you had to register for some of the stuff here. So, and we're not going to go through everything here, but just so you know, the website has a lot of information. Students, same thing, different Star Academy for students, different links, calendars, whatever. Same thing for parents. Any information that they need about the curriculum, the district handouts, district handbook, the KIT program, and so forth. So all of the information that parents, students, and we need as employees are available to us on the school board website. Now we're going to take a quick look at Moodle. So there we go. So I've logged into Moodle as a new teacher, which is the same login that you have that we showed you at the beginning. When you log into Moodle, you're at the main page of Moodle. The courses that you have here are going to look a little different when you have your regular St. Tammany Parish username and password to log in. But we're going to show you what you have available now. In the new teacher cohort, that's where you could go in and you saw the videos that were our superintendent Pete Javier made and some other people, Meredith Mendez, and then there was a little video here for you to look at. And then all the links to the sessions are here. In the afternoon for the Zoom session, if you have additional questions this afternoon, you are will be able to attend an office hour session from 4 to 5 o'clock. So that's the new teacher cohort. Also, you have staff info. Your staff info has two ways to get information in staff info. You have your quick links on the left, and then you have them listed here. So the information technology department, that's the one we mentioned before, they're the ones that control your usernames, passwords, the network, and so forth. If you have any questions about policies or forms or documents or tutorials, they have those here for you. But one important link that they have is Act 677 and also Act 837. So information about this act is here. I'm sure that you will get additional information about this act. This is a state a Louisiana state law that was passed. And what that does is it says you have to only use websites where the companies have agreed to not share student information. So, for example, I know that there's a lot of websites that students have to have a username and password, and they may do some wonderful things. But if they have not signed the agreement with St. Tammany Parish, you cannot use those websites with your students. And to know which websites have signed the agreement with St. Tammany Parish, you just have to click on your school name and you will see that these websites have been approved for you to use. Another way that you know if the websites have been approved is to, in Moodle, in the home page, and I'll show you that in a minute. When you look at the district textbooks and applications, anything that's an application that you're accessing from Moodle has been approved. Go back to home and we're going to go to staff. You can look at up here. These are like called breadcrumbs. So anytime you see links up here, you can go back and forth in Moodle. Moodle is like a portal, so you don't want to use your arrow keys at the top of your browser. You always want to use your breadcrumbs. If you go to human resources in Moodle, you will see a link to ASOP. And I'm positive that you will get more information about this at your school orientation. But that's the service that we use when you're out and you want a sub, you will enter that information in ASOP. Other things that you will probably use staff info for, a document section, and that's your employee self-service. So there is a way that you can go online through Munis self-service and see how to access your paycheck, how many sick days you've taken, and other information. You will only be able to access that with your St. Tammany Parish username and password, not your temporary one that you have right now. But those are the two most important things that you will see in human resources. There's others here, and if you're interested, you can just peruse them and see it whenever you want. Also in Moodle, we have what's called the guaranteed curriculum. And this is where you will go in, and it's a prescribed curriculum that all teachers in St. Tammany Parish are expected to follow, especially in the core subjects. You may want to, I'm sure your school is going to give you more information about the guaranteed curriculum. But there's two ways. You can go to the quick link on the scope and sequence, and you can see by grade level and then by subject, and then you will see all the resources you have, and it will download that as an attachment. Another way to see your resources is you can pick a subject, and then you can pick a grade level, and it looks like a little book, and then you can click on whatever unit you want, and it's going to show you the scope and sequence, resources, units, standards, and everything else that you need to teach your subject. So in Moodle, you have the new teacher cohort, you have staff information, you have the guaranteed curriculum, and right now you see virtual PD. When you have your normal St. Tammany username and password, virtual PD will be in the guaranteed curriculum. Oh, one more thing I want to point out in the guaranteed curriculum, that down here you have technology integration and also a link to go sign me up. In technology integration, these resources have been approved by the parish. So MobiMax, Read, Write, Go, and Breakout EDU and Achieve 3000. So if you need more information, especially Discovery Education, here's information about that. Discovery Education is a service that we have in St. Tammany Parish that our instructional department pays for. There is a unique code to get into it and to get in. If you're familiar with Discovery Education and you think it's videos, it's a whole lot more than that. You will be, huh? You will be accessing Discovery Education through your St. Tammany Parish username and password, and it's also tied into Google Classroom. So any resources that you get in Discovery Education, you can put directly into Google Classroom. The virtual PD that I was mentioning a minute ago, it's normally going to be in the guaranteed curriculum when you have your username and password, but right now it's separated, and that's where you can see the instructional technology department. We have done, Sandy did the Discovery Education because she's the queen, and she did studio boards and spotlight on strategies. Then we have HyperDocs and some others down here, Screencastify, Screencast-O-Matic. Rachel did on the Chromebook Accessibility Toolkit. I did one on customizing Google quizzes and creating assignments. Anyway, you'll see many resources here for you in the virtual PD. I can't admit. All right. The other thing I want to show you in the home page, down at the bottom, you see District online textbooks and applications. When you click on that, you will select your grade level, and I'll just do 5th grade again, and you see the textbooks. You can use this, the little triangles, to go backwards and forwards through the grade levels. If some textbooks require a certain login, it's going to tell you that. Otherwise, you just click on the link. The applications that you see down here, MobiMax, Typing Agent, Zern, and Discovery Education, are all approved by St. Tammany Parish. You will log into them using your St. Tammany Parish username and password. But again, you won't have access to textbooks until you get your regular St. Tammany Parish username and password. All right, real quick, I'm going to show you, this is what a Google Classroom, a typical Google Classroom looks like. Pre-K, K1, 2, and 3 have individual classrooms, so all the pre-K teachers are together taking training, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. 4th and 5th were done together this past year. They weren't online, they were face-to-face. And 6th grade started online, started face-to-face and finished online. 7th and 8th grade and all the high schools each have their own classroom. But the training is the same, the content is the same for all the classrooms. Each classroom is going to have a unique code, and you will get that code from your school. The classwork is where the content of the training is, and you will just start at the top, watch the first video, watch the next one, go to the next one, read, and so forth. There's a video on each section of what to expect in that section. So you will see that. Twice a week, we have office hours where people who are having trouble or have any questions can come in and ask just questions and answers of whatever they want. If you want to see what other teachers are in your training class, you just click on the people tab and you can see. And then when you are a teacher and you have your own classroom, you'll have a grades tab to look at. You get a whole lot more information on Google Classroom when you get, and you get a Google account. So your Google account is tied to your St. Tammany Parish username and password. And just so you know, the Google account for all teachers is closed in St. Tammany. So if you have a personal Google account, just know that you will not be able to share anything with your St. Tammany Parish account. Just so you know that. All right. Next. About what? Yes, you won't be able to attend Google Classroom training until you have your Google account. and you won't get your Google account until you have your St. Tammany Parish account, which hopefully will be the first day of school. All right, so I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. So I'm going to swap the share. All right, so we talked about the resources here in the district website. We talked about the resources in Moodle. Remember, as an employee of St. Tammany Parish, you're expected to follow state law, Act 677 and 837, and also any copyright laws. Any resources that are not in Moodle or in Google Classroom, and remember those resources in Moodle were Discovery Ed and MobiMax and so forth. Any resources that are not there must be approved by your school administration. I know some principals that must approve all videos before a teacher can show them in her classroom. Just your school administration will give you the guidelines for your school. A lot of teachers have asked about teachers, paid teachers. Those resources are not allowed in St. Tammany Parish. If you have any questions, feel free to come to the office hours today from 4 to 5 o'clock, and you are welcome to ask any more questions. And we also have a question and answer session right now for 15 minutes. But if you don't get your questions answered today at this time, feel free to come this afternoon. And there's our contact information, and you are welcome to call, or my office phone goes to voicemail if I'm not around, and then it sends us an email with the voicemail. So feel free to call either one of us. We have what's called voice over IP. We do that. If you search for me, you might have to find me under Lucille, since they changed my name in in my email address. But I will get it if you type in inky.landry, but you may not find me unless you look for Lucille. Any questions, Sandy? Right. If you were an employee of St. Tammany Parish but had to come through job fair or come through new teacher induction because maybe you were hired in the middle of the year, if you have a St. Tammany account, you could have a Google account right now. So if you email me, I can check to see on the back end if you have a Google account. I can't give you one if you don't have one, but I can at least see if you do have one. So if you can log into a computer, you can get your email through webmail with your St. Tammany Parish username and password. You could possibly have a Google account, and I can check for you.
We have a couple more questions, but I wanted to address one that was from earlier about if you wanted something to use, like a website or something to use with your students. If you look at that 677 page where it shows all the schools, it will let you know if your school already has. You can use that website or app or whatever it is that you want to use. And otherwise, they would be your administrator is who you need to contact for that. And I did type that in the chat. And then you will only, the last one was, if you aren't able to log into the Google Classroom training, IT does have to put you in and give you the account for you to have Google Classroom training. So that probably will not happen until we get into school yet. Your class website is on JPM, so that is also going to depend on when you get your login credential. And yes, your principal does have the information for the Google Classroom training videos that are available for you, but you just won't be able to join the class until you have your account. Any other questions? As Nikki mentioned, we do have office hours this afternoon, so if you think about it later, that you have a question about something, please feel free or contact us. We are usually available.
Yeah, we work all the time.
Can you all hear me now?
Let's see if I can see the chat. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, you know what? You might have been muted. Was the sound up? Let's see. If we, okay, somebody asked if you want to use the website, can you get it approved? Go through your principal and they will, first of all, if it requires student information, there's a form that they have to fill out for Act 677, and that form is accessible in Moodle in the information technology department. And you, believe me, your principal will know what to do. And so you will have to talk to them. They'll have to fill out the form and the IT department will have to approve it. And that company will have to sign the agreement. How do you access Google Classroom? I think Sandy answered that. As soon as you get your account, your student, your principal will give you that information. I know it's a shame that you won't get it until the IT department releases your account.
Hi.
Tammany Parish email, username, and password. Hey, you will have to have a Google account. Let's see, you will only have access to Google when you receive your St. Tammany accounts and your Google account. However, some people have asked about, can they start learning stuff? Yes, if you go to Google, you can type in, there's probably thousands and thousands of YouTube videos available to learn about Google Drive, to learn about Google Classroom. Simple K-12 has free webinars every day. Casey Bell with Shake Up Learning has a ton of free stuff on her account. Alice Keeler has a bunch of webinars that are free. So you can start learning about Google Classroom, but you still will need to take the training when you get your account from St. Tammany Parish. But if you learn some stuff before, it should be a breeze. Let's see. Oh, okay. How do we let her? Oh, Stacy, go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me, Inky?
Yep.
Y'all can hear me? Inky?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Yes. I just wanted to address real quick. Sorry about some of the technical difficulties we've had. What we're finding is if you will close out of Moodle altogether and open it back up and click the link, that seems to be refreshing the page. And then also this afternoon sessions are smaller, so they're not going to go over 100 and anyone get kicked out. So you'll be fine there. And also we'll be posting the recording of all of these. So if you missed anything or you just want to rewatch one, it'll take us a little while to get all of this harvested and up onto Moodle, but they will be there. And then also just a reminder that day 2, 3, and 4 are also virtual. So we will not be going to a physical building. Make sure that you know that you're back on your Zooms tomorrow. Your links will be posted. If you are a day 3 gifted person, your links will also be posted on Moodle on day 3. But if you are a day 3 special education teacher and day 4, your links will come to you in an email from the special ed department. So make sure that you are checking your emails. They're going to be sending them out Monday and into late Tuesday. So, you know, give them time to do that, and then just make sure that you're checking your email regularly to do that. Also, at the end of the week, we'll probably send out a new teacher induction survey, and we would appreciate if you would fill that out. And again, just we're really happy to have you all, and we're thankful for our presenters that are giving their time. And I hope this afternoon is very specific to you. You were able to pick some choices of your own, and there will be no overflow today, this afternoon. So hopefully that will go well, and we appreciate it, and we hope to see you this afternoon and tomorrow. Thanks, Inky.
I'll let you want to. Stacy, I think you were fading in and out on the last statement.
Okay, I was just telling them thanks, and I hope that we see them tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Stacy, and thanks for your hard work.
Thank you.
All right, somebody asked that Lafayette Parish, I guess, has links to Google Classroom training. You're welcome to go to any Google Classroom trainings outside of St. Tammany, but you will have to complete the ones that St. Tammany has, because that's how we will know who has completed the assignments, the bell ringers, and the exit tickets. And we will be sending that list to the principals. So you can go study anything you want right now, and then when you come to it, I think I mentioned before that a techie person takes 6 to 7 hours to complete it. Some people have taken 20, some people have taken more. It's going to depend. There's no way that we can say how long it's going to take for you to complete the Google Classroom training. However, it shouldn't take that long if you're familiar with Google. Some people I know are coming into our parish and they're already Google certified, so they should be able to breeze through it. Will new teachers, we have to wait until IT gives you a Google account, yeah. Will new teachers without a St. Tammany Parish email still receive emails to their personal email addresses with the special ed links? I guess that Stacy McGee is sending y'all emails now on your personal email. I'm sure that once school starts and you have your regular St. Tammany Parish account, I will be willing to bet that all the emails that you're going to get from St. Tammany Parish are going to go through your St. Tammany Parish account. Will you get a notification that IT has created your account? I would imagine in the past, the way it was done, your principal got notified that y'all had accounts, but this is what I would do if I was you. I would see if I can log into Moodle with my username and password, with my St. Tammany Parish email address. But when you go to your school and they do the IT whatever, I think y'all went through that in new teacher induction, of you're going to create a password, you're going to go through identity, and you're going to set up your account. Okay, once that's done, then I would go see if I could log into Google. If you want to send me an email, I can look on the back end. I don't get notified, neither does Sandy, when IT creates your Google accounts. We for sure don't get notified when they create your St. Tammany accounts, but your principal should get that notification. It used to take a lot longer, and the reason it takes a while is because different teachers have different levels of access. Some teachers are spared, they have access to certain things. Some teachers are textbook coordinators, some teachers are whatever. So different teachers in our system have different access to different levels, and that's why it takes a while to create everybody's account. Check with your administration about that, and they can give you more information about your St. Tammany account. I hope it's all ready for you the first day of school, but I have no idea.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, one of the things I wanted to mention is in your Moodle account where you saw your classrooms or your courses, you're also going to see one from your school. So if you don't see it from your school and your school organization, you need to contact your administrator so they can put you in and you can receive all the information that's going on at your school, whether it's the school calendar or upcoming things that you need to know about your school.
Right, and that'll happen when they have their account.
Thank y'all so much for your time. We appreciate you and welcome to the district. The tab, if that's talking about the school organization, that's only going to show up when they enroll you in that course. So you won't see it until then. Like you see new teacher cohort right now, it'll be showing up there.
It'll be here. It'll be on the home screen of,
Of
Of-
Moodle.
yeah. Anybody else? Oh, I hope I didn't stop the meeting. Okay, good. I don't see the controls anymore. Okay. Don't forget, if y'all have any more questions, y'all can come this afternoon to the office hours, and we'll be happy to take care of it. I wonder why. Oh, I know why. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Well, we want to thank you all for coming, and we hope you have a great school year. This is definitely unusual circumstances for everybody. We expecting to start August the 3rd, so we'll see. But that's what we're expecting.
Thank you all and have a great rest of new teacher induction.
You're welcome. It's 8/3. No, August the 3rd is the staff, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I think. Whatever that Monday is. Isn't that August 3rd? I don't know. Whatever the Monday is, and Monday is, come on Thursday. Yeah, it's the 3rd. The 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, 6 is when students start. Do we have any more PD? Well, there's gonna be PD that we showed you through Moodle, that you can go through any of the virtual PD that we showed you that's there. There's some on Google Classroom. So if you look at that, you get a look at how our Google Classroom, some of it is set up. There's also Discovery Education Professional Development. There's Tales from a Google Classroom Teacher. There's all kind of stuff. And oh, by the way, every student and teacher in pre-K to 12 is gonna get a Google account. Every teacher that enters grades into JPAMS will get a Chromebook. But even if you don't get a Chromebook, you'll have a Google account. So you can do everything else, everything that everybody else is doing. You'll just be doing it on a computer instead of a Chromebook. The Chromebooks for 6th grade are in. How they're going to be distributed, I don't know. That's all handled by the IT department. 7th and 8th grade are on order, and the rest are on order. Thousands are on order. 4,000 came in last week, I heard, and thousands more are coming in. When they're going to be distributed and how they're going to be distributed, at this point, no one knows, but the ID department controls all of that. So feel free to attend any virtual professional development in Moodle. There's a ton of videos there, and that'll give you a lot of information about various things going on in St. Tammany Parish. And you have any questions, or you want to contact Sandy or me anytime, feel free. Those required a self-paced. The virtual professional development are just for you to watch. The Google Classrooms are self-paced and they are required. I don't know why it doesn't give them their accounts. At least the Google Classroom.